This is the memorandum of head teachers of the Greater North presented to His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda. Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, the Commander-in-Chief of our mighty UPDF, the Fountain of Honor, General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, together with Mama Janet Kataha Museveni, who is also the Minister of Education and Sports. All ministers here present, the Director, National Leadership Institute, Chankwanzi, all the Army Generals here present, my fellow participants from the retreat, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Okwi Pamela Peace, the head teacher of La Rose Seed Secondary School in Gulu City. Your Excellency, allow me, on behalf of the head teachers from the Greater North, to express our deep and immense gratitude for giving us a special invitation to this retreat at the National Leadership Institute, Chankwanzi. Your Excellency, we feel deeply honored and we don't take this for granted. Asante sana! Secondly, Your Excellency, allow me to sincerely thank the Director of NALI, Brigadier General Charles Kisembo, and his entire staff for the high level of respect and professionalism with which they handled us. Your Excellency, I can assure you that even when the morning runs were tedious and difficult for us, they respectfully encouraged us. And we kept on doing the oyaba. Oyaba, you know, we felt good. Sir, we thank you with your staff. May God bless you all, and please keep it up. Thirdly, allow me to also thank the Private Secretary, Youth Affairs from States House, Madam Helen here with us, with her entire team. She not only coordinated the retreat so well by but also invited very high caliber presenters with whom, Your Excellency, we had great interactions. And we learned a lot. I can assure you that we are not going back the same way we came. Your Excellency, I say this with all the confidence because our 10 days retreat has taught us a lot of things. I would like to highlight just a few, not all. We learned from the retreat, Your Excellency, that this government has a very clear ideology for socio-economic transformation of its people. For example, the parish development model. This time, we learned it in depth, and we have appreciated it more. Secondly, we also understood that the state of Uganda's economy and the root cause of our problems is in the structure of the economy that was established long ago by the colonial government. We however appreciate your efforts and struggles towards changing the status quo. Your Excellency, we also appreciated that there is need for us Ugandans to get the real issues behind the things we hear. There is need for a mindset change. I can assure you, like I said, we are not going back the way we came. We've had some deep mindset change. We also learned that as head teachers, we have a duty to instill in our learners the love for our country. That is patriotism. Your Excellency, we believe that the learners listen to us, the teachers, more than they do listen to their parents. Now we've agreed that as we go back, our slogan will change. Uganda first is our slogan, and that we plan to instill in our learners. We were also enlightened that the center of gravity in the fight against poverty, which is a problem in our country, is we, the people. Besides the natural resources that Uganda has endowed us with, and the government enablers that the NRM government has adequately provided, for example, peace and stability, we as the people of Uganda has the biggest role to play if we should fight poverty, rather than blaming so-and-so or the government or someone else. Your Excellency, we've also learned that we should use what we have really to better our own lives. The resources we have around us, the enabling environment you have created is to our advantage, that if we work hard, we shall not be poor like many people. We can always better our lives and focus on the future. We also learned just yesterday that discipline is a prerequisite for excellence, and that we head teachers should impart discipline in our learners, not just our learners, but also to the teachers we work with, and as well the communities in which we live. But Your Excellency, we were able to appreciate that we ourselves must have discipline as head teachers, because we believe that a person can only give what he has. So if we don't have discipline ourselves, we may not be able to give. We should therefore have discipline. Lastly, we got personal empowerment skills that included morning runs, exercises. We are going back to our schools feeling more fit than we came. The military drills, Your Excellency, we had was the most exciting of all. We had the gun shooting experience, and you'll appreciate that some of us only held the gun for the first time. And when we fired those blank bullets, we started feeling like we are even ready now to go and fight at a war front. Your Excellency, for this we thank our mighty UPDF. We thank them so much for the empowerment they gave us and the confidence we now feel around a gun. We no longer feel fear. We are confident. Most importantly, Your Excellency, in our retreat, we've had time to reflect and rethink about the many misconceptions we could have had before. We would like to particularly recommend to you that you extend this invitation to the head teachers in the other regions of the country and other stakeholders. We don't want to benefit alone. We think that more people should begin to appreciate the national ideology and become more productive citizens. Because as we are going back home, we believe we are now better citizens, more productive. Your Excellency, would equally be much grateful if you called us back to Chankwanzi next year for another rap, so that it doesn't stop on this. Your Excellency, as the Greater North, would like to thank the NRM government for the tremendous efforts of liberating our country, Uganda, and applaud you particularly for the following key achievements, very brief and few, just a few. One, as a region, Your Excellency, we want to appreciate you for the prevailing peace and stability. Your Excellency, we are all aware that our region was disadvantaged for many years, but with you and our mighty UPDF, we now sleep even with the door open. We are sure that we'll wake up alive. Secondly, allow me to appreciate your unique approach that you exhibited in the fight, especially against COVID. It was different from what many countries embarked on, and that approach gave us very big strides. We admire that leadership, sir, and we thank you so much. We also would like to appreciate and thank the introduction of the parish development model that is coming to empower our communities. We also now know that we have a role to play to let and gather the community, they gather the support towards the implementation of this model. They listen to us a lot. They trust us more than they trust other stakeholders, and we pledge that we shall do. Also, the improvement of school infrastructures and grant aiding secondary schools and establishing some seed schools in sub-counties in our region. This, we thank you, Your Excellency. We also want to thank you for the harmonized salary structure of secondary school head teachers and their deputies. It is a good thing. Asante sana! Let me also mention the improvement in teachers' salaries, especially the recent enhancements of science teachers in secondary schools. This is a big stride for which we really say thank you. Your Excellency, your generosity and open door policy of hosting refugee communities promotes the spirit of Pan-Africanism. I will not say that the person saying Asante Sana is a history teacher because she knows a lot about Pan-Africanism, but as teachers, we appreciate this and we thank you for it. Your Excellency, the refugees that you have allowed to come to our country freely have attracted very many NGO agencies. These NGOs are supporting the refugee communities, but they are also supporting the host communities, including our schools. For this, we say thank you. Your Excellency, we would like to, however, bring to your attention the following challenges that the schools in our region are facing and a few proposed solutions that we have. Number one, we have inadequate classrooms, sir. We have inadequate libraries, science and ICT laboratories. This could have eased the implementation of the lower secondary curriculum. Now, we propose and humbly request, sir, that construction and equipping classrooms, libraries, science and ICT laboratories in the region be done to ease the work. Secondly, we are having few teachers and non-teaching staff on government payroll in our region. So we request, Your Excellency, that filling staff gaps using the suitable school-based recruitment method be implemented to help us do the work better. There is also lack of special needs secondary schools in our regions. And now we humbly appeal to you, Your Excellency, that there are some special needs schools that already exist. We only request that they be equipped better. For example, we have Nancy Comprehensive School of the Deaf in Lira. We have Mvara Secondary School in Arua, and Gulu High School has a unit for the blind. But the units are ill-equipped. It makes our students with special needs have difficulty in accessing the opportunities to learn. Your Excellency, we also have that teachers from the Greater North have not benefited much from the Teachers' Circle. Our proposal is that the Teachers' Circles, the money for Teachers' Circle be channeled directly to the Walimu district circles and not through the microfinance. Your Excellency, if I may mention this a bit, we've had problems accessing the money via the microfinance. So we think if it goes directly to the Walimu district circles, the teachers will benefit more and it will achieve its intended use. Your Excellency, the other problem we have is that many seed schools in our region have taken too long without being coded and constructed. Your Excellency, I am one of such head teachers who work in a seed school that has not yet been coded. I work with teachers that government is not yet paying, and it's a seed school. It is difficult, is all I can say, working in such an environment. Our appeal is that government does the coding and recruitment of staff in these seed secondary schools, so that a school like Maila Rose Seed Secondary School can also benefit and we serve the community better. Most private schools in the Greater North have not benefited much from the COVID-19 Relief Fund, Your Excellency. And we humbly appeal to you that the post-COVID-19 Relief Fund for private schools be availed for the schools so that they can recover faster from the shock that COVID-19 gave to most of the schools. Your Excellency, the other problem we have, which I think cuts across the country, is the issue of food. There is food crisis in our schools. And this has affected the handling of the lunch meal policy that our line ministry has brought. There has been much food crisis. The prices are so high. And now we are thinking that if the schools that have got land, there are these traditional schools which have got plenty of land just lying idle, not being used. If such schools could be supported, Your Excellency, we are thinking of implementing the 4-acre model farming at school level. This, we think, would not only help us to solve the food crisis, but also act as a model site for the community to come, visit, and appreciate the 4-acre model and engage in it more. Many of our rural schools, Your Excellency, lack electricity. And we all know that with the new lower secondary curriculum, ICT is an issue. ICT implementation without electricity is a problem. So we humbly appeal to you that installation of solar panels in rural schools should be done to ease the operation of ICT and science laboratories. Lastly, but not the least, Your Excellency, we've had very rampant drug abuse, increased incidences of drug abuse among our students, and this has led to increased occurrence of strikes, vandalism of school property, and as head teachers, we are equally concerned of the quality of citizens that we see roaming the streets after dropping out of school. We are worried, Your Excellency. We are thinking that there should be a multi-sectoral approach to fight drug abuse in schools. But also, probably we could put up more remand homes so that the other ones who have not yet started using drugs can see where their friends are going and they retreat. If that can help, we would appreciate. Your Excellency, as we conclude, we will humbly request you to consider the salary enhancement for the remaining teachers so that we balance the boat. Your Excellency, we are going to hand over a copy of this memorandum to Madame Seku, who is our direct link to you, a link to you, between you and us, that has been lacking a lot. Even when we have issues, getting to you is a problem. But now through her, we believe that talking to our father and mother will be eased. We shall hand over a copy of this to you. Once again, allow me to say thank you very much for honoring us with this retreat, Your Excellency. God bless you abundantly. God bless the teachers. God bless our country, Uganda. I say all these for God and my country. I remain Okwi Pamela Peace, the name Okwi coming from one of your loyal servants, Museveni Okwi.